And I think about that story so often when I think about this is like the modern version of Amalek. And until they are wiped out, this is just going to go on and on and on and on. And I know I don't want to be callous about things, but God has, in his sovereignty, made a decision for the preservation of Israel into the future, into the kingdom of Messiah. That's his plan. That's his promise. You can be a part of that by coming to the Messiah and being a part of his kingdom. But if you attempt to destroy the very people that are the heart and soul of God's plan, then you come under the judgment of God. And I think Israel is acting, even though they're, a secular nation in the large sense, because salvation is individual, not national. I think their desire to protect and preserve them and to fight in a really a terminal way against those who would destroy them follows the divine pattern of God for the preservation of that people until he fulfills his plan for them.
Your point with regard to is particularly true, and I just want to clarify here. When you have a force that is dedicated to the extermination of every Jew on the planet, which is what openly says, if you're a member of that terror group, the moral position for anyone would be to end that terror group and destroy them wholesale. And Israel has done actually an extraordinary job in attempting to distinguish civilians, even civilians who are sympathetic to, from members of themselves. The fact that there are so many people in the West who seem to lack moral clarity in what is easily the most morally clear conflict of our time is a source of astonishment to me, but I think really can only be explained by, again, an anti-biblical perspective that substitutes a narrative of victimology in favor of a narrative of right and wrong.